Hey, what's up, fellas? This is I think it's my fourth video for the day. It's a little after 10 o'clock in the morning. Gotten pretty much all of my stuff done. I'm about 5,000 steps into my day. I haven't gone for my walk. Every time I take a break, I try to do between 10 and 25 push-ups. So I'm two-thirds of the way through my morning workout. This afternoon, I'll start lifting weights because today is chest and triceps and some other uh, anaerobic and aerobic exercises. I wanted to explain myself to some of you as it applies to politics. Um, I switched from the Democratic National Committee to the Republican National Committee, from the DNC to the RNC. Um, I switched because the Democrats have moved so far to the left that just by me not changing my values or my cultural stances or the way I feel about the Second Amendment, a right to carry a gun, right to defend yourself, they have physically moved the line so far left that I'm now considered a Republican. Um, Again, the other thing is the group guilt that these wackadoos use on the left is absolutely stunning. To tell a group of people in the United States that we are somehow guilty of something none of us have done because of our skin color, because of my privilege, because of my skin color, is absolutely insane. Additionally, to tell men who try to be men that they're toxic, that they should be effeminate, that's insane. And gun rights. We got a guy down here in Texas who's trying to run for governor. His name is uh, Robert O'Rourke, but I call him, and all of the people I know, we call him Beta O'Dork. He's the guy who absolutely stood up on the podium during the presidential debate, and this dickhead is nothing more than a professional candidate. All he does is run for office and lose. All he does is run to gather money to pay for his whatever lifestyle he has. And by the way, no, he doesn't give his fucking money back. And no, he doesn't do anything advantageous to the city of El Paso where he lives. Um, this guy sat up on stage and said, "Hell yeah, we're going to take your AR-15. Hell yeah, we're going to take your AK-47. We're going to take it." Yeah, man. Fuck that guy. The other thing is, and they're coming after our children. The left has gone so far bonkers with this gender identity, and it's absolutely fucking insane. They want us to believe that it's okay. They had this category that they said people should be able to identify as maps. Uh, people, people. It's basically pedophilia. Trying to normalize pedophilia. I mean, come on. They got people running around here saying they're furries. They identify as anyways. They just fucking lost their mind. They left me behind. I mean, you turn around sometime. You know what? Uh, I believe in you being able to defend yourself. I believe that our kids, if they go to school, should learn how to be successful and not have anything to do with gender reassignment surgery or any of that other stupid, absolutely insane, which I believe morally corrupt BS. Um, it's just, in some aspects, I hope we go through hard times because hard times turn weak people. They either fold up and go away, or they figure out that all of this BS, first world BS that they lived their lives by, doesn't actually apply if you can't feed yourself, clothe yourself, make enough money to survive. I mean, it's absolutely insane. And then if you disagree with any of these morons on the left, you're somehow, I'm somehow a racist. I used to try to go to take some classes at El Paso. Yeah, gee, what's it called? Oh my God, I can't even remember. It's a university, UTEP, University of Texas, El Paso. Fuck. The things you have people walk up to you simply because what's an old white man doing here? Haven't you taken enough from our society? And I'm like, and you know what? The other thing is, people nowadays, college educated idiots who don't have to really work, and I'm talking to the gender studies majors, the literature guy, the poetry guys, all you fucking liberal arts dickheads. You do not believe that there are any consequences to the things you say and do to people, man. And there are. So, anyways, that's why I was just like, listen to me, we have given over $50 billion to Ukraine. Can you imagine what we could do to help our country out? Our power grid, our water, our internet, our schools, roads, all that kind of stuff, planting trees, figuring out a decent way to giving hard-working people that want to come into our country, and we need people to come into our country legally, a way. There needs to be a family. And why are we punishing families for having kids? And there's always these dickheads that don't have kids who are telling us how we should be able to raise our children. It's unbelievable. So, anyways, I know I got way off the point. I'm just saying, to me, um, I've been a centrist moderate, and for me, I would lean probably. I used to think I leaned more to the left than I did to the right, but I haven't changed any of my opinions. It's just that the left has moved so far to the left that when you stand up and you look around, the only people who are kind of sane, and I'm not a religious zealot. I do believe in God, but I'm not a religious zealot at all. But you look up and look around, and the only people who are trying to think about decent family values, trying to make sure that the kids get a good education, get a good chance at life, they're the Republicans. They're not the liberals. I tell you what. Now, here's some of the things they promised us when I voted as a Democrat the last time. They promised us a $15 an hour minimum wage. They didn't do it. They promised us tuition, assistance, or forgiveness at a larger rate than 10 grand. And how is it fair for anybody to tell a hard-working carpenter, plumber, HVAC guy, truck driver, person working in the service industry that they have to pay a little bit extra task to fund some gender studies philosophy majors bullshit degree? That's absolutely horseshit. They promised us Medicare for all. They haven't fulfilled any campaign promise. It's pure insanity. So I just and then I would go and I went the last time I went to a DNC event. I got called a racist. I can't even tell you all the horrible things, and it was just people come up. What's your stance on abortion? I mean, man, I believe in abortion on only very few things: rape, incest. Yeah, rape, incest. Yeah, probably those are probably the two. Yeah, and if it endangers the mother's life, but it has to be done before the fetus is viable. Um, and to act like once something has a heartbeat, it's not alive is just that makes no fucking sense to me. I mean, the insanity of the things that are said about people on the right and those of us that are moderates and centrist. Now I'm a fucking bad guy because I'm not out there. And you know the other thing, nobody fucking talks about those fucking monsters in Antifa, Black Lives Matter, misappropriating all that money and just what have they done? Have they fixed anything in Chicago or New York? Nah, you don't see them in there anymore doing anything. How about ACAB? All cops are bastards. Yeah, and you know what they do when they get in trouble? Antifa and ACAB and the John Brown Society and all that kind of stuff. When they run into serious problems, they go and ask the cops for help. They're just fucking. They're out of their fucking minds. And well, so I was like, you know what? And there are a lot of things I don't like about the Republican Party. The corruption on both sides, the cronyism and the nepotism. Uh, but if you think that there is any way to get anything done, legitimately done, and there's not going to be some corruption involved, you're out of your mind. So I didn't pick the Republican Party. When I woke up and looked how far they went to the left, I found myself automatically in the Republican Party. So I registered for the Republican Party and I'm going to vote Republican until the left stops. They're insane. And everybody's a victim. A victimhood is a lifelong career for some people. And you know what? Anyways, accountability, responsibility, doing hard work and doing the work you need to do to get where you want to go has nothing to do with the left. So it is what it is. This is probably a very long video and it's probably not going to make sense to you, but I'll label it as why I left the DNC for the RNC. All right? Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other. Take care of each other if you can. If you can't, take care of yourself. You deserve it. And as a man, you are worth it. But you're going to have to fight for everything you get in this life. Stay safe and healthy. I already said that. Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.